Asia, you are that girl. I know you see me. Can you see me? KP, I know you see me calling you, girl. Ooh, KG, that was cute. Yes, ma'am, KG. I know this service is working. I have Verizon Wireless. Our service don't break down. No. Yes, Janae. Work me, Janae. You have an incoming call, girl. Answer the phone. Now. Hey, man, how are you?
I'm doing wonderful. How are you?
I am great. I'm so happy to be talking to you. You know
Me too.
you were one of my dream interviews. Another one of my dream interviews.
Really?
Yes. It was you, Asia, and somebody else. But I got my Asia. And I got you
Uh,
now.
why?
Why you? Because you're different. Like you're very vocal. Like I love a vocal person. Like I love people that makes me feel comfortable, and I feel like you will make me feel comfortable because I just, when you're doing an interview, it's just like you want to be able to speak and speak comfortably, and that's just how I
Right.
feel. But so do me a favor. Do me a
Yeah.
favor. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Okay. Well, my name is Melody Almay Byrd. I am 24 years old. My birthday just passed.
Happy
This,
birthday.
yeah, at the beginning of the month, July 10th, I'm a Cancer.
Okay.
And 24 years old. I just turned 24. And as you guys probably know me well as being a Southern University fabulous dancing doll, I was actually on the team from 2015 until 2017. So, thumbs up.
Yes. So, what is your definition of a dancing doll?
Okay, so my definition of a dancing doll is just a woman that just carries herself with just class and grace, not only on the field and like just performing as an amazing dancer, but
Right.
just a woman, just as a role model, a leader. Um, and usually that comes through, looking up to other dolls and just, getting that experience of just, being able to, be groomed to be a doll and just, have that, certain
Yeah.
standard, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. Before becoming a dancing doll, what other dance experiences did you have?
Okay, so I've been dancing my whole life.
Mm-hmm.
I've been singing. I'm a singer first, but
Okay.
knows that. But I've been dancing my whole life, really, ever since I could walk. I just took like regular classes, like when I was growing up. Really didn't take it serious. I took like ballet, jazz.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't, like I said, I wasn't serious about it. I really wanted to be a cheerleader, to be honest.
Mm.
And of course, the stuff that you watch on TV, like Bring It, whatever,
Right.
like, I wanted to be a cheerleader because, that was it, like, where I lived,
Yeah.
up north. Like, majorette team, like, cute dance teams where I was, like, we had dance teams, but it was, like, with pom-poms, you know?
Yeah.
So, like, it was, like, Pom's team. It wasn't, like, a dance team. It was, like, a Pom's team.
Wow.
So, I tried out for the cheerleading team, and I was like, I really practiced it. I remember I was like practicing the mirror. I practiced for my family, like my mom and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I thought, and I did not make that team. I was so devastated. So I was just like, you know what? Let me just try out for the Palms team, and like literally. It was just known, like, if you don't make the cheerleading team, you try out for the Palms team.
Right.
So I tried out for the Palms team, and it's, like, the junior level and, like, the varsity level, like, in my junior high, whatever. And I made, like, the varsity level. And I was, like, really surprised that I made, like, the varsity level. So I was just like, you know what? Let me really get into it. But thank God the Palms team that I was a part of in junior high was, like, a technical team.
Mm-hmm.
Like, not Palms, but we did, like, jumps, leaps, turn.
Right. Right.
I know, like, it just clicked to me, all those, like, terms, like, dance terminology. Yeah, I was really able to, like, practice my technique in junior high. So, like, in high school, I tried out for varsity, and I made the varsity team, and I was, like, the first freshman on varsity. That was a crazy experience. It was similar to kind of dolls, like, being only, freshman, whatever, like, being, like, just fresh, on to a new place and having way up. So literally was on the dance team varsity from freshman year until senior year of college, and then my senior year, I really led the team that year. It started like a new coach, like a new leadership. So like really, I really led the team that year, to be honest. So yeah, it wasn't really like a captain position, but like
basically you was basically captain.
Yeah.
I got you.
After that year, I was like, you know what, like I'm kind of done with dance. Like, I just want to live my life and just be like a normal person. I was kind of like finding myself because, like, you know, I've been like I was like overprotective. My mom was like super, super overprotective. Like, I'm going to go to college and I'm just going to live my life. I'm just going to experience, have friends, like, you know, do what I got to do as far as business-wise, get on my grind. Like, that was my mentality. It wasn't anything dance-wise. But I was like, oh my gosh, I really wish that I would have just stuck with dancing. Like, I didn't realize how much I would miss it. Like, I've been dancing for so long, and I took my friends up to kind of get in the groove of just being a college student for the first time. And I was like,
So what made you want to go to Southern, though, coming from Chicago?
Yeah, so, like, honestly, one of my friends who I went to high school with, she was like, I guess her boyfriend was like a baseball player at Southern and wanted to like be a doll because, you know, she knew that from her boyfriend being on the team at Southern. So she was like, girl, like, let me show you this team. Like, I want to be a doll. Like, I was like, what is a doll? I was like, what are you talking about? And she showed me like a video of, I never forget it. It was like Blue Feathers. I think it was Can You Stand the Rain?
Yeah.
But yeah, she showed me that video and I was like, I was just like, I don't know, like, I was just I don't know, like, just hypnotized by just everything. And I was just like, you know what? Ever since then, I was just like, this is what I want to do. And I didn't do anything.
Wow. So coming from Chicago, like, how was it, like, school-wise? Like, was it more so of you fit right in, or did you have to, like, get in the groove of it? Because it's very different.
Like, get in the groove of, like, when I first came to Southern?
Yeah.
It was definitely different. Everything happened, honestly, so fast. And it's crazy because it seemed like so long ago. It's been a little minute since my...
Yeah.
And it's crazy how time goes by. But, yeah, like, I would just remember just everything going like this. Like,
it goes fast.
It's just like, I just honestly had to roll with the punches and just, you know, take it day by day. I was just like, but I never had, like, the mental, like, you know, thoughts of just giving up. Or it's like, you know what... Like, I just always had, like, a positive, you know, that's what a lot of my teammates, a lot of my friends say, like, I'm very, and I feel like that's a good thing to look at things, like, you know, in a positive aspect, like, why be negative when you can
just be positive? I think, I can't hear you for some reason.
Oh, can you hear me?
I can hear you now, yeah.
Okay, I feel like it's every time I put down my phone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I can cut this out. So, what was my next question? So, a lot of people wanted to know how tall you were.
Oh my gosh, why I get this question all the time?
I don't know.
Ever.
Huh?
No, I'm really not that tall. Like, I'm just like I only got the question that I'm tall, like, all the time ever since I moved down south. Because I was as tall as the girl, like, always the tallest girl on the team.
Right.
It's just like, when I moved down south, everybody was just short. But nobody ever said I was, you know, short or tall, whatever. So, but I'm 5'8".
Okay, that's not bad. That's
yeah, that's normal. That's regular.
That's normal. Yeah, that's normal.
Yeah.
So, how was your first tryout?
Okay, so my first tryout was one to always remember, and I feel like I told the story a million times, but I'm just gonna try to say it, like, sum it up, because I'm pretty sure a lot of y'all heard about this, but. Basically, my first tryout, it was, like, different. You know, every year they do something different with tryouts. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, so, you know, every year they do something different. But my first year at tryouts, I remember, like, the night before, first off, I could not sleep at all. I was just, like, looking on all the dolls' Instagrams. Like, I was, like, mental, like, you know, being on campus. Like, what was their lifestyle? Like, you know, trying to put myself in that mindset type of thing. So I was just like, you know, I kind of had, like, that mindset, like, you know what, this is what I'm going to do. So I literally was the second person to show up to try out, like, in front of the band hall. That was the first time I ever came to the band I was ready. And I remember meeting that girl that was sitting there who was the first person. She said she was there since 5 a.m.
Wow.
I said, sis, you ready?
Right. She's ready. Right.
So yeah, I just remember had that conversation with her, and I never seen her ever again throughout tryouts. It's crazy. But yeah, everything went so fast. Even that day, even though it was a long day, like trial started at 8 a.m. Like I believe we had check in at 7:30. I was like number 20 something I think I was like number 20 something. But yeah, so like it just went really fast, and how it went was, you know, it was technique, and then it's cuts, and then it would learn the dance, and then you incorporate your own technique, like your own choreography, whatever, and then it's cuts, and then it's, you know, interviews, and then there's the team. That's how it was. So in between every round, I was just like praying, like I was just like, Lord, you brought me here for a reason.
Right.
Just let me through.
God,
let me
please,
through.
God me. Girl.
I didn't know none of these girls. Like, I was just honestly green. I just learned the term when I was a Southern. Just green. Like, a lot of people said I was green, and I didn't understand the term, but I really was green. I really did not know what was going on. I genuinely did not know. It's not like I was ignorant. Like, I just did not know.
Right.
But so like I just saw a lot of stuff going on during trials. You know, that was the year that, you know, the stuff started going down with, you know, 14, and Maya was the only crab that made it that year. So you know, a lot of emotions was going on throughout that tryout, and I gained 4 other crab sisters. Yeah. And I was like, I was super excited and stuff, but everybody was just like, who are you?
Wow.
Like, everybody from down south, everybody was just like kind of somewhat knew each other, but I was just like the rando from like up north. It was like, and then I came out like last minute. Like, honestly, they didn't even call my number until like after they already called all the numbers. Wow. Did you hear about?
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Wow.
I really was very confident that I made the team because I got past all the dance rounds and like the interviews. And I was just like, you know what? I got this. Like, I got a mouthpiece. I can talk my way to anything. Yeah. Like, I'm business minded. You know, I can do this. I got this. And they didn't even call my number. Ooh. I was like my heart honestly dropped. I was just like, I know I did not come all the way out here for nothing.
Right.
Like,
exactly.
But it's crazy because that moment was nothing but God. Because like, as soon as I was thinking like, you know, I wasn't honestly even doubting that I wasn't even like a doll. I was just like, this can't be true. Like, I was just like praying. Like, I was honestly praying to God. I was like, God, just tell me what to do. And literally, as soon as I was like praying, the Tara came back and she was just like, wait, I forgot to call the number. Everybody come back. And the one number she calls is mine out of all those girls.
Wow.
I was like,
that would have, you know, that would have made me so mad. That would have made me so
mad. I wasn't mad. I was just shocked. I really thought there was another, you know, setup. There was another round. Like, it wasn't true. Like, there had to be some type of mistake, but it was, you know, it was it.
It worked. It worked out though.
I guess I did win them over.
Yeah, it worked out. So how was it adjusting to the doll style?
Okay, so the doll style I thought it was very simple, and I thought it was very, you know, effortless. It looks very simple, effortless, like, you know, glamorous, all of that. And I thought it was just going to be a piece of cake, you know. I can learn choreography, technique, you know. They're a very technical team, so I'm like, you know, I can adjust well. Like, I watched doll videos and stuff. Like, I didn't really focus too much on catch-ons. I focused mainly on their, like, field shows and stuff. Like, when I like, as soon as I made the team, I wasn't, like, watching catch-on videos. And I feel that now, looking back, I should have really been studying them damn catch-ons.
Yeah.
But
a lot of people don't even.
That wasn't my main focus.
Yeah.
When I first made the team.
Yeah, because a lot of people, some people that's like more so of a field girl, they really don't look at the stands. They'll just look at the fields just to see, you know, what they do. But they don't even pay attention to that. But you was a field girl. You was a field girl.
Yeah. So in order to emulate doll style the best, I just was like really under Kayla. Like, Kayla really, 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 like, was, I really practice and train with Kayla night and day. Like, Kayla is really the real reason why I am the doll I am, you know?
So how was KP as a captain?
Kaylee, oh my gosh, KP was amazing. Amazing captain. She was amazing captain. Like, just as a leader, like, we didn't really know much as crafts, like all the stuff that went, like all the struggles that she had to go through behind the scenes, and like, you know, all the stuff that she had to do, like, you know, and we just thought she was just like, you know, just glamorous, like Captain KP, you know, what you guys see her as is what we seen her as crafts, like literally, because she was literally the first person I seen. So I feel like as a captain, she was just the epitome of that, and that just did that.
Well, it seems like you had a lot of, you know, trouble in the stands your first year. So how did you manage to get in your groove? Like, what did you have to do to get in your groove that next year?
Honestly, it was just a matter of just doing it over and over and over again, and really just finding your style. Like, you know, there's been dolls that were great in the past, of course, and it's just like that I've studied, but it's like, how can I set myself apart and be different, you know? And even when I became tail, like, that's what I was like studying. Like, it's like, yeah, I got this position, but like, you know, how can I set myself, like, how can I really own this position? Like, how can I set my other dolls who've done it, but, you know, how can I make it my own, you know? So that's how I really looked at the style in like every position that I was on the team.
I mean, like, speaking of tails, because you murdered that tail spot, baby. You murdered that tail spot. Speaking of tails, like, how did you get that position?
Okay, so this is crazy. So, like, I honestly got that position first in 2016 when Danielle Stamper was first appointed captain. Of course, she wanted to change a lot of stuff, including formation. So that's when we first had tail tryouts, because before it was just appointed by the captain. Like, we never had tail tryouts before then. So like that was the legit first tail tryout. So I felt like I don't know what happened during tail tryouts, because it was like Forever Dolls that was judging whatever, and you know, so it was like they made it to be fair, and like, you know, it was me, Maya, and I think it was just me and Maya who tried out for that. Yeah, I think it was just me and Maya who did it, and they picked me, and it was just, ooh, Lord,
baby, you slayed.
I honestly was like, I was happy. I wasn't really surprised, because like I was just ready. Like, I was just like, I had different ideas, and I felt like at that point I was ready, like, you know, mentally, and like just, you know, as far as like the position as I was as a doll in 2016. So like, you know, I was ready to do that, but I didn't notice at the time that, like, you know, it's Maya's last year, and like I'll have another year to be tail, whatever, until the next year when I was, you know, it was between me and it was Kaylin and Jada who tried out to be tail. It was tail trial again. And I was like, okay, now I kind of see what Maya was like, how Maya, you know. So it was, I understood now, but back then I really didn't. But I mean, honestly, I feel like everything happened for a reason. Like, everybody, timing is everything. Right.
That's true. That's definitely true. When you get into your moment as far as being a tail, like, what do you have to tell yourself? Like, do you have to tell yourself, oh, I have to be sexy, I have to be this, I have to be that? Like, what do you tell yourself?
Honestly, it's honestly not even like a get ready, just do it, like, type of moment. It's like, let it flow. Like, you know, every time like we dance together, I know that I'm gonna have to end, and I have to do like something. Like, I just have to do something different. Every sit down that I did was never planned. It was always spontaneous. It's just like, just do what flows. Like, whatever comes out of my body is what comes out of my body, and it's just like, honestly, don't even know where Marvin is. I can't find Marvin. I can't find any of these rappers. I don't know where they are. I'm just doing me, and it's just like, you know, they kept, but I don't even know where they're at. So it's just like, that's how you know it's just like not even thought of. It's just like really just spontaneous, and I just be me, you know, just let it flow. You can drag it on, you can be extra, you can be you, and make it you. Like, don't try to relate, you know, what you've seen before. Try to like be creative and just, you know, tailor it to just show your personality, show like her alter ego. What is it? What's her alter ego name?
Oh, Beyonce. Sasha Fierce.
She brings out Sasha.
Yes.
You gotta find that ego within yourself.
That one. How was KP and Danny different as far as leadership?
Okay, so Kayla and you're talking about Kayla Pittman and Daniel Stamper, right?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Kayla and Kayla, of course, was that legendary captain where she emulated like more of her own. Of course, every captain has their own style and stuff. Like, you know, they're emulating their own style of what doll style is, basically. And Danielle came in 2016, and she basically did a new edition of dolls. So she changed struts, the field shows, like the stands, the calls, all of that, because she, you know, she put her own style of it. And I would say the same thing for Sierra Cole and like people of the past, all the past captains like April Rollins. Everybody has flavor that they can add to the team when they're in their reign of their captain years. So it's not really a comparison of who's better or who's worse. I feel like they're their own ways. And you know, I can't really speak on Danielle Stamper because she's not my captain. I was, you know, under Kayla Pittman, so I can really speak on Kayla Pittman's leadership. You know, she was legendary. She's the GOAT. So and so I mean, to other Danielle Stamper is too. So it's really no comparison. Really. Yeah. They're legendary.
Both. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
But you could just.
What would you say is your favorite field show?
Okay, well, I always say my favorite field show is Gush.
Oh, yeah.
That was in team. I really liked Gush because even though it wasn't perfect and, like, it's not everybody's fan favorite, our group as a team and, like, we really, like, emulated, like, a field show without our captain being there. Mm-hmm. Like, that's what really got stuff done. Yeah. And, like, you know, even though our captain wasn't there, the you know, the show still went on. So... I really liked that field show because it was just fun. Yeah. It was just fun. And that was the first time I actually had fun doing a show.
Y'all looked good with the gold Beyonce on. And yeah. What was your favorite uniform?
My favorite uniform? I have so many favorite uniforms. My favorite uniform, though, is definitely 2013 Bayou Classic with the French cut.
Yes.
That's my number one. Of course, like the classic traditional doll.
Oh yeah, traditional.
Yeah, traditional. Love that one. I love any type of French cuts. Yeah.
Speaking of gold Beyonce, the girls want to know.
Look at you, messy.
That's what they want. Look, they want to know: are you going to give it back or what?
It's mine.
Right.
Who's gonna ask for it?
Right, it's yours. Period. You better claim it. So what is your favorite game to dance at? Like when you go and you say, okay, this is my favorite game. What is it?
Ooh, I would say it's a tie between J-State and ASU.
Yeah.
Why? When it's known as dolls, like whenever it's a J-State game, like they're just gonna treat you like trash.
Yeah.
Like it's like walking through them stands. It's like they really be country. They be like you ghetto. Like they be calling us names.
Wow.
Like there's been a doll. There's somebody threw something at a doll in 24. They don't care at J-State Stadium. But once we get in the stands, it's over with.
Wow.
But yeah, ASU. I really remember my crab year ASU game. That was a game to remember for sure. Yeah. When Asia Martin was capped, it was just a different type of vibe. Like it was like really a real battle. Like where we actually, you know, had some type of competition. I felt like for the first time. Yeah,
because Asia, she's that girl.
Yeah, it was pretty fierce, but it was just an experience I'll never forget.
When it comes to Texas Southern, when they turned to you guys and did the doll count, how did y'all feel? I know. Did y'all have something to say after that? Because I know.
We were surprised. Because first off, whose idea was that?
Right.
Whose bright idea was it? We just thought we were just like, who whose idea was that, really, honestly? And I don't think it was anybody who really thought too much of it not to do that.
Yeah.
We just asked that, honestly. We just thought it was cute.
Yeah. I mean, do y'all feel like it's disrespectful to like really turn to another team and just like?
Okay, you were kind of going in and out, but I kind of got the gist of your question. So, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, I feel like it wasn't more disrespectful. I feel like it was like, because a lot of people do our counts. Like, everybody knows our counts, really. I feel like it was just like not a good idea. Like, bad. It just was just not. It just wasn't cute. It was silly. It was just a silly idea.
Yeah.
So it's like we just laughed at it because we just thought it was funny, honestly, and that's really all we thought about it. It was just funny and silly.
Yeah. I just wouldn't do it. You know, I would do it.
Yeah, I wouldn't have done it either. It was kind of embarrassing, honestly.
Yeah. Being that you actually, you know, be in the era of milky and also be in the era of in your face, which did you like the most? Did you like the milky side or did you like the in your face type dog?
Like in your face, like what you mean in your face?
Like, you know, okay, with the milky, the flowy and all of that. Now with the dolls, you have like the just ready to go in. Battle doll.
Yeah. I feel like we have a nice medium. Like it's like we can really like hit those moves and be sharp and be like fierce and like be like, you know, bringing snatching the edges, whatever, but still give, you know, flow at some counts. Like it's all about the song, and it's like I feel like as crads or like as dolls, like you're trained to know which parts to hit and really which parts to milk. So it's really just being a versatile dancer and just knowing which parts to just really just hit in the right parts, you know?
Yeah, that's true. What was your feeling your last year not being able to come back as a doll?
Honestly, I was really hurt at first. Like I was thinking, like, whenever I have, like, you have to know, I'm a very positive person 1,000 times out of 1,000.
Right.
Like, whenever my mind set on something, like, I'm going to do it. Like, I just had my mindset on, like, you know what, I did 3 years. Like, I have style. Like, I feel like I left my mark, and I have more to show for it. So, like, I just have my mindset on, like, this last year, I'm really going to, like, you know, give it my all so I can get my wool. Like, this is what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
And it's just like a lot of things change. It's like, honestly, ever since I didn't realize that everything was going to change ever since my band director got fired. You know,
literally when everything changed. Yeah,
that happened. That changed everything.
Yeah.
It's not only did he, like, you know, lose his job, it was like people got into power that, you know, they used that chance to really get into power. They let the wrong people in. They listened to the wrong people, and they just, you know, made the wrong decisions. So that's what led up to, you know, me not making the team, and like, you know, and everything just really just happened so quick. Like we had tryouts, and everything was super different that year, and like, you know, we felt good. We honestly felt too good about it. Like went too smooth. Like, you know.
Yeah.
Like we did all we know is that we walked out of there and we did our stuff. Like we did what we had to do, and we like gave it our all. And you know, it took them months to call me and like tell me like exactly what happened. Like, you know, as far as like but their just behind it was, she was like, the scores just didn't add up to what I thought they were. And I was just like, my heart was. She told me that because I already knew that she was gonna be some stuff. I was just like, because I heard that, I was just like, oh no, like, you know what? Like, I didn't have words to even say it, like to even like ask her like what, like.
Bullshit.
So I was like,
sorry, I had to say it. Girl.
Yeah. I was just like, you know what? I was really hurt when I first like found out, and like, you know, I told my craft sisters, like I held off on telling my craft sisters for a while because I knew that they had made the team, and I don't want to ruin it for them, you know. But I was just like, you know, I was the only person who got that call saying like, you know, the scores didn't add up. So I was just like, you know what? I called them and I let them know, and like I'll never forget that day when like they just pulled. They honestly pulled up on me. I didn't even call them. They pulled up because I was not answering that phone. And I'll never forget, like, when I told them, like, the look on their faces and, like, the emotion in that room. And I was just talking about everything, just like, how we just really been effed over, honestly.
Yeah.
But,
yeah.
But, yeah, it is what it is. It's just, like, we went through that hurt, and it's just, like, that year, everything happens for a reason. Not looking back, it's just, like, if we were to be a part of that team or on that team, it wouldn't, like, with everything that was going on, it would not have worked out.
Right.
It would not have worked out. So,
do you feel like being on these dance teams, like, it changes a lot of people's personalities? For the better or the worse, you know.
Like being on Dolls?
No, just any dance team. Like, well, I mean, I know you can't speak for other teams, but you know.
I feel like people handle the exposure differently.
Yeah.
Like, because of course my mentality and like a lot of the dolls that I still have close relationships to, their mentality is like, you're a doll for only so long, and then you go out in the real world, and guess what? Nobody knows who you are anymore, and you have to yourself again.
Right.
And it's just a lot of people can't get it through their head. They think dolls is going to be forever, and everybody's going to know, like, you know, everything about you or care about what you're doing and all this, and like, you know, but honestly, that's only until after you're not a doll anymore, and then you gotta then what, you know, type of things. It's like, yeah, I do feel like, you know, some dolls can't really, you know, let go of that aspect of just like, you know, being a doll and not, you know, this type of exposure all the time. But you know, I feel like I feel like every doll though, they are literally goats and legends, and they thrive in their own different ways. And like, I can't say that it dolls negatively impacted any type of doll's mentality in any type of way. Like, I feel like they all thrived and learned from their experiences and went to be great businesswomen or whatever they transpire to be. So,
speaking of exposure, like when you guys make the team, and you know, after like a year or so, like how do they treat you on campus? Do they treat you like celebrities, or like how do they treat y'all?
So honestly, I really didn't hang around too much to really hear what people had to say. What I saw on social media and what I read online, because I didn't have time to really hang around people or like, you know, really hear everything. And nobody said it to my face, of course.
Right.
Like, so I just be hearing like, you know, oh, she's a doll, but I like my crab year, like I could never wear, you know, any type of S, whatever, and like any type of doll type of thing, because you know you're not a doll yet, like until you become a doll, body plastic. So, well, that's how it was. But yeah, it's just like it didn't really, you know, change how I thought about my process or anything, because it's like it's all he say, she say. You know?
That's true. It's all he say, she say. That's all it is. How was it managing being an AKA and continuing to be a doll?
Oh Lord, honestly, I didn't really get to enjoy or like do anything AKA wise until I was off the team.
Right.
Like crossed in 2016, and I was able to do stuff spring semester as far as like, you know, being stepmaster, and I'm making up these different you know, yard shows and stuff, and being a part of that during the spring semester. But during the fall semester, that was dead game. Like, it was kind of like impossible to kind of do. I mean, there has dolls been in the past that did like, you know, body plastic step shows and performed during body plastic, but honestly, I don't think that Mr. Hamer would have let us do that. Like, I don't think it's even possible, like, to be able to practice for, you know, that, to practice for step show and practice for, you know, dolls. It's and even possible to have a job during the season. So yeah, it was a good game.
Well, what about like academically? Like, how was it juggling, you know, being a doll and, you know, managing your classes and everything?
Oh, honestly, it was just a matter of I gotta get this done. Like I as you can see, literally, like right next to me, I have my assignment notebook. I have always having my assignment notebook in my right hip. I write everything down. I plan everything out, and I even leave a little check mark box, and I check it off. I do it. Like, I feel accomplished if I do that, because if I don't get it done, I'm gonna forget about it, and like, I just have to get it done in a timely manner. And really, it's all about time management and really like just getting the work done.
That's true. That's true. Time management.
Yeah.
After joining the Dolls, did it give you what you expected?
Yes, it gave me what I expected and more, like negative and positive aspects. Like, it just teaches you about life, like tough luck. It doesn't happen always in your favor. It doesn't happen like 9 times out of 10. Not everybody's gonna love you. Not everybody wants you to succeed or thrive. Like, you know, but you just gotta, you know, smile. Do you? Because the best revenge is just being a bad.
Right. Exactly. Period.
It's like, just be cute and like just be you. Like, just smile in their face and know that it does not even, you know, you don't even bat an eye to what they're saying or like what they're, you know, they think that you are. Like, don't let them paint a picture of who you are. Like, paint your own picture, create your own energy, and like just emulate that.
Right. So hypothetically speaking, if you were able to be a dancing doll captain, what do you think you would have brought?
Honestly, I never really thought about being the dancing doll captain.
Really?
I just thought, I just wanted to lead the team. Everybody has that one chance, or you know, a couple chances their last year to lead the team. I just want to lead the team. You know, or maybe a game. But never that I would ever be captain, or never did cross my mind to be captain.
Wow.
On the team.
So, I mean, speaking of leading, like, when you did get the chance to lead, like, how did you feel?
Honestly, saying that I was a 3-year doll, I didn't expect that Danny would get up and ask me and my craft sisters to lead a team in a song.
Right.
Even though it was senior night, I just thought that she was going to do that. Like, she never told us that she was doing that.
Right.
She never even, like, gave us a heads up. All right, it's your time. Like, after this, like, literally, when right before when Mr. Hammer was like, all right, we like this song, she literally looked at me and turned around, and she was like, got up, and she started walking towards me. Anything, she just looked at me and got up, like, hand down, and started walking towards me. I was like, oh, okay, so I just went with the flow. I just, you know, switched, and Mr. Hammer started playing the song, and the song got real fast.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was like, ah, shit. I was like, whoa, okay. And I just got in the mode of, like, Kayla, honestly, like, do your stuff. Like, I just saw her in my head, like, do your stuff. Like, if I heard people's, like, melody, like, you know, like, trying to, like, I wasn't even thinking about that. I wasn't even, like, feeling the moment. Like, I was just thinking, all right, what's she about to do?
Because, baby, leading the dolls is, like, an accomplishment, in my opinion. It is. It's an accomplishment, in my opinion. That's just my opinion.
First, being on the team.
Yeah, just being on the team in general. Yeah. You're right.
It's a lot of work, and I feel like a lot of people think that what they see is just like, it's just so effortlessly, and it's like glitz and glamour, and just so like, you know, it's so easy, but it's so hard, y'all. Yeah. And it's like a part of, like, a huge part of your life away. Yeah. And that you know, for years, good and bad.
That's true. That's true. A lot of people wanted to know, what did you feel about Jordan not getting the captain position?
Okay, a lot of people asked me this question a lot of times, and it's like, it's honestly not up to me. It's not up to her. It's not up to any of the team. It's not up to any of the Forever Dolls. It's up to the sponsor and the band director. It's always been up to them. Yeah. So, like, what I say or what anybody else says really doesn't matter. Right. It's really their decision, right or wrong. It's their decision to make. So it's like, I was, you know, very upset that, you know, she didn't get the captain position, even especially this past season where she was just, you know, I mean, clearly she was the oldest person on the team, like, you know, the most experienced doll on the team, but she was still dancing behind, you know, somebody who was a crab class older. Right. Which is, I understand you want to finish, and, like, you know, she finished, and she did her stuff. Like,
Mm-hmm.
she really sold out that last year, but at the same time, like, you know, I feel like it was just really messed up that, you know, they really did that to my craft sister. Like, you
Yeah,
know,
I feel like
yeah,
15 was just so messed over. It was just
they,
so.
they definitely messed over her, but she finished what she started, and that's
She
really the
finished strong.
whole,
She did.
the
She
whole,
definitely finished strong. Yes.
right.
How many catch-ons did you create?
You asking me like
This is what
a
they.
question it's impossible.
It,
Like,
is it a lot?
it's a lot.
Oh.
Honestly, I can't even think. I don't even remember. I can tell you like my favorite catch-ons, but honestly, out of the 3 years I was on the team, I can't even tell you how many catch-ons we made up.
Yeah.
Well, that I made up. I would say roughly it had to be at least, because we make up like at least 5, 10 catch-ons, not like 5 catch-ons a season.
Yeah.
Probably, I would say on average like 5, so maybe like 15 catch-on.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
What is your opinion on the progression of the dolls today?
Oh Lord, do you ask this?
Baby, they asking
I
the
have no
question.
idea. I have no idea what direction the doll's moving. Nobody ever knows what
Yeah,
direction
that's true.
dolls. They are very discreet, and I feel like that's what makes us so exclusive, and that's what makes us what people want to know so much is because our exclusivity, like, you know. So I wish the best for the dancing dolls. So I've been hurt, and like, you know, people inside of the organization have hurt me.
Yeah.
But as a whole, is a family. I love my family. Like, even if going back to Southern, visiting Van Hall, I know that I'm welcome with open arms and like and everything. So I think that in the dolls will transpire. You know, this year I hope that you know,
a little bit, yeah.
I hope even this last year, I hope Jada and Kaylee can finish out their last year. Because I just love them. They're the crabs that I know. So I just really hope they finish together.
Speaking of Jada and Kaylee, these fans are going crazy.
Oh Lord,
they are going crazy, Mel.
I know they're going crazy.
At this point, I don't care who gets it.
Yes, because I heard that this swag has been canceled for the fall semester, and they're not even though they're trying out this semester like they usually do, they're gonna, like, even if they make the team, they're not gonna be able to dance until spring semester.
Right.
They're going back to school.
Yeah. I just hope they find some creative way, you know, just to display what they're doing. Like, I guess.
I don't know what they're gonna. I don't know what they're gonna do, but they're gonna find. Hopefully, they're gonna find some creative way to do it. They have their teams, like they have the J sets. They did their virtual audition.
Yeah.
I don't know who did their virtual audition, but they got their teams ready.
Yep.
And they're ready to be.
And
football wise.
Yeah. And y'all have the crew. Y'all have the ability to do what y'all can in order to y'all have YouTube. You have so many different things you can use.
Yeah.
How did the weekend routine come about?
Okay, so I believe we made up like catch lines. Danny just like put together which spots she wanted the catch on to be for that.
Yeah.
And that's how that transpired. She really just did her own creative thing with that. That year, she really brought in a lot of different creative pieces, especially like in Bayou Classic and stuff. The walk-ins, like the straight out. She brought in a lot of creative stuff. Right. I'll give Danny that. Like, she's very creative and thinking outside of the box.
Yeah. That's true. I don't know if you could tell me this, but who did you take under your wing and who took you under their wing as far as like on the team?
I would say a lot of dolls took me under.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't say person. Of course, my captain KP, I was very close to my crab year.
Mm-hmm.
Anytime I had any type of thing in and outside of dolls, I was in her face.
Right.
But literally, she was like literally my mom. And after I was a doll, I was very close to Stacy.
Mm-hmm.
Stacy's amazing. She's so sweet.
Yes.
And the other from like the 90s,
Mm-hmm.
they come in and visit whatever and just mentor us. But a doll that I would say that I'm very close to, that I kind of took under my wing. In 16, I would say Taneria.
Yeah.
Taneria, me and Taneria were the closest in 16. And I would say in 17, me and Kaylin were very close. I remember her crab year, she was coming into the doll room, and she was just like, I really want to know how to be more sexual.
Yeah.
I want to know how to just emulate sensual.
Yeah.
And then Danny was like, so what do you want to do? And then she was like, Kaylin literally like came up to me. She was like, Melody, I want you to dance. I want you to dance for me. Like, help me. So literally, we put on a very like slow, sensual song,
Mm-hmm.
and I literally faced her, and she faced me, and I threw one count, and she had to catch it. But and we just looked at each other, and we just fed off our energy.
Right.
And I feel like that moment was like our bond of like just being just like creating that type of dance energy and just like
Right.
that type of transformation type of thing,
Yeah.
So that moment really made us closer.
That's good. That's good. And you have yeah. I love it. And I love Taneria. Taneria is that girl. I just wanted to put that out there.
So sweet and talented, man.
Yes.
And humble.
Yeah. What would you say is the hardest part about being a doll?
I would say there's so many hard parts about being a doll. But I would definitely say being consistent.
Yeah.
Just being consistent, like, with everything that you do. And as far as growth, like, it's not even caring about what people think,
Mm-hmm.
but just being just wanting the best for yourself as a dancer, and just, like, being able to stay consistent, and as well as growing it without having to break with all the stuff that comes along with it, with,
Right.
The exposure, the constant practices, like,
Mm-hmm.
You're not always being perfect, or like always getting the choreography, or always looking the best, or always being in the front, or dancing the best. It's
Right.
not about that. It's just about just growing and being the best dancer you could be, being the best performer you could be.
Right. Okay. Now hear me out. If you could have your dream team of 9 dolls, who would those 9 dolls be?
Oh my gosh, this is so easy. Like, literally. Oh my gosh, everybody can guess this.
I know one.
Can I, like, first off, can I be on the team?
Yes, you're definitely on the team.
Okay, so $8,
Yeah.
right? Of course, my craft sisters, Jordan,
Yes.
Kayla, Alex, Jacqueline, Kayla P, Daniel Lingford,
Mm-hmm.
and 2 other dolls. I gotta have some Connor.
Yeah.
And Stacy. No. Sierra Cole.
Ooh, now that's C.
I gotta have C over there. I gotta have C on my team.
Yeah. Now, speaking of Connor, like, how was it having her lead those games? In what was it, 2015?
Yes. Okay. Having her lead those games was honestly a change for us, because we're just so used to having Kayla just, we just used to Kayla just throwing the counts that she,
Right.
that she taught, like, her style of throwing counts, and, her style of musicality. So when everything just got thrown at us, honestly, it got thrown at Connor too. So she really just adjusting and trying to get into that mode of, like, captain, because she didn't want that either for herself.
Yeah.
Like, she made it known, like, she was like crying when everything happened. Like I remember us being in the office of Mr. Hamer, and like Mr. Hamer was like, "All right, Connor, it's on you. It's like what's the plan?" And then Connor was just like,
It was just thrown at her, yeah.
Honestly, like, you know. So honestly, we just had to roll with the punches, and she did an amazing job leading. She did her stuff, and that's what dolls do. Whenever we're put in like hard, sticky situations, we do what we gotta do to do our stuff, and that's it. And do a beautiful, amazing job at it.
Yes. Some people wanted to know how your secrets on how to keep your curls during the game, because it seems like they just stay up.
Okay, the secrets is hairspray.
Yeah.
Of course, hairspray, pin curls with a flat iron. Use hairspray, pin it, and then wear it. Like literally, sleep with your bonnet on intact overnight. Literally, you can't take those pin curls out until right before you step out.
Right.
For a game. Like literally, brush them out, and they literally gonna stay there for the whole game.
Yes. They need them tips, cause baby. What was your experience at the HBCU Dance Affair?
The HBCU Dance Affair, I did so many HBCU Dance Affairs. I did the tour. First off, the last HBCU Dance Affair I did was a tour. The first one was with Danny Stamper. It was me, Danny Stamper, and Jordan. And then it was the HBCU Dance Affair with me, of course, Jordan, and Taylor, when we wore all the blue.
Right.
And then we went on tour, and then we started doing some other stuff together with me, Jordan, and Taylor. And honestly, I really do have a ball meeting, all the kids. And like my whole thing with the HBCU Dance Affair is to kids and people who aspire to be dancers to be great performers and learn things they don't know about HBCU dance that I would have known in high school or like in junior high.
Yeah.
About HBCU dancers and what to expect, and how to bring or present yourself as a dancer,
right.
Or the skills you might need to know or perfect in order to be a tryout at a real dance audition. So I really would love to inspire girls, but I feel like everything happens for a reason, and it is what it is. Everybody knows what happened, and I'm so glad I have a brand that I just didn't just go with the flow. I didn't just okay, I'm just gonna hop in the van with you and just drive 14 hours back to Baton Rouge,
right,
with 7 people laying on top of me and not a bite to eat, the same. So I'm so glad that I used I used my own brain. I was like, you know what? Let me just catch a plane. Let me just use my own money just for my safety and my well-being, and my energy. Yeah. So, you know what? I'm just so glad that I have just common sense to know that to set myself apart from what I see what is a scam. Yeah. So.
Because that was a sticky situation. That was, child.
Yeah, I don't know what he told you.
Oh,
look. I don't think it's true.
I'm out of it. Look, they want me to do the HBCU Dance Affair. No, ma'am. I don't want to.
Wait, there's an HBCU Dance Affair again?
They want me to do. No. I'm talking about my audience. They want me to create one.
Oh, create another HBCU Dance Affair type thing.
Right, and it's not happening. It's just too much.
Yeah, it's a lot when it comes to especially when it comes to payment and just making everything contractual, legitimate.
Yeah.
And just following through on what you say is what is really big on business. And it's hard to separate business from friendship and cool with somebody, you can dance with somebody, you can they can be amazing dancers but terrible business people, and that's okay. But you just don't always have to. Not everybody has to start some stuff,
Right. That's true.
It don't work for everybody.
What other teams do you watch other than the Dolls?
Okay, so I didn't really know about, like I said, I didn't really know about the HBCU world until my freshman year of college. But when I became a doll, that's when I really saw Stingettes, and I really love Stingette.
Yeah.
I love Stingette. My crab year, that's when Asia, like I said, when Asia was captain, I was really watching Stingettes, and like it's like they have every team has their own like style, and I like Stingettes style because it's like very hard hitting but still smooth, like still simple but very hard hitting, and very smack, very like hit like still very confident and proud, dancer. So I was just like, I really love their team, and like I like their style and like the ways they dressed, and their classiness. So I feel like if I wasn't a doll, I would definitely try it.
I was just about to ask you that.
Yeah, honestly, besides Stingettes, I don't see myself doing anything else.
Yeah.
Maybe mahogany and motion.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Because honestly, I was gonna attend Spelman, but they didn't have major nursing. So honestly, I was gonna be a Spelmanite.
Oh wow. Wow.
If they had my major.
What would you say was your biggest opportunity that you received after being a doll?
Do the dolls or just after, just like not.
Well, just after.
My biggest opportunity. Well, honestly, I would say when I moved to LA, and I really started getting myself out here in the dance world, I would say my biggest opportunity was working with Milano. And I had danced for her marketing campaign for Milano Di Rouge, and I feel like that was like very nice. It was very discreet too. Like it's usually the big like brands that like do them very discreet and like real chill. Like you think you're not gonna get that much bread, but
right.
I feel like that was like a really huge opportunity for me. As far as in meeting people, networking, like I feel like that was a big good.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. What made you want to start doing the heel classes?
Okay, so once I moved out to LA, I was like, wanted to stop. Like I really got together and took every class, every choreography, heels, any type of jazz class. Like honestly, any class I could find in LA, I would take. So I was just really trying to like explain to my choreographers and my teachers at the time, get out of this doll style. Like I was a majorette dancer, and I explained the whole shebang. Like I even took a private with Elise Janelle, and I told her like I was a majorette and like a part of a team, whatever. And I really want to find my own style. Like I told her I want to eventually be like to be in a position like you where I have my own brand and I'm able to teach people who travel around the world and be a choreographer. So that's the type of position I was trying to go to. But
no, you good?
I lost my train of thought. What was the question?
What made you want to start doing the heel classes?
Oh yeah. So that's when I was like, that's whenever I started working with like choreographers, just like Leah Janelle, and I'll talk to her. She was like telling me, just find my home in these heels. Like she was like, you have what it takes to be an amazing dancer, amazing choreographer.
Right.
Like you just need to just be more comfortable and like find your home in these heels. So that's really what I've been doing all this time, like even during quarantine, is just finding my home in these heels. I've been taking like private classes with these choreographers out here, and just like really, really pushing myself as a dancer. And I'm learning so many things. So I feel that I need to share what I learned with other dancers and like other, performers, and like anybody who wants to learn or learn some choreography and just get some tips on, how to become a better dancer. Right. So I feel like these classes are groomed to like just help and encourage young dancers who really don't have that exposure or have that type of technique or just dance etiquette, such as like you can't shoot like while you dancing, like, or you can't sit down while you can't be sitting down while other dancers are dancing or performing. Like it's just rude. Like ask questions. You have to be a smart dancer. You just have to figure it out. Just go with the flow, because it could be an Like, people, you never know who's looking at you. So it's those type of things that you have to, you have to learn in a class setting. You don't always, it just isn't always acquired. Like, people don't really know that type of those.
That's true. That's definitely. So, speaking of, creating your own lane, why did you start your YouTube channel?
Oh my gosh. So, I'm a very spontaneous person, if you don't know. So, like, if I think about something and I'm like, I think this will be fun, I literally, like, don't just, like, put one foot in and just dip my foot out. I'm going all in, like, I'm plunging in there, like, I'm giving my all to everything that I put my mind to.
Right.
So, I never really thought about YouTube until I was, like, I really started watching YouTube again. Like, I used to watch YouTube when I was young and I really didn't have much to do. Now I'm really, like, I really started, like, seeing, like, YouTubers, and they started to motivate me. Like, I have stories, like, I'm a very interesting person. I have an interesting life. Like, I'm a very outgoing personality. Like, I feel like I'm relatable. And I'm like, I feel like I love to inspire people, like, because I love to be inspired myself. Like, the best feeling to me is to be inspired. So I want to motivate others to feel that same feeling I feel. Right. So that's how I started my YouTube channel. And it's been a little, I started in January, literally the first day of January 2019. Over a year and a half, I've been a YouTuber, and it's crazy. Yeah. I just reached 11K. Not just reached, I'm over 11K. So, like, it's crazy how this whole entire journey has been for me.
So, what would you say is your ultimate goal for YouTube?
Ooh, my goal for YouTube, bitch. Okay, so the goal for YouTube, if you really want to know, okay, let's think big. Yeah. And this will transpire, okay? I will have 1 million followers, and I'll be in a place where I'm just doing YouTube full time, and I'm literally off YouTube, literally 6 figures off YouTube.
Yes, ma'am. Period.
I'm really never quitting YouTube, honestly.
Me either.
I'm just filming my journey, because honestly, it's exciting for me. Like, even now, looking back from when I first started, and it's like, dang, like, I literally just posted my 100th vlog. That's crazy to me. Like, I really filmed and edited 100 vlogs. Like, what was I doing? Like, it's crazy. And it's like, I'm literally, like, have so much footage that I still want to put out there, and so many ideas that I want to continue to, transpire. So, it's exciting.
And then you get to go back and look at how you grow as a person. You know? I love that. Yeah, I love that. I love it.
For sure.
What is something that you don't like about YouTube?
That I don't like a lot about YouTube. That is so slow when it be uploading my stuff.
Hello? Yes. Yes.
Lord, it's taking a whole 2-3 hours.
Yes.
But I feel like YouTube has put too many restrictions on stuff too. Yeah. Like, I literally made a video. I put so much. It's usually the videos that I put all the effort in that get all the flags and all no views, but the videos that I don't put any effort in be getting all the views and all, like, all the coins. Right. But I vlog about my favorite playlist, like all my music, and I made sure to take the time to cut, like, every little clip to, like, no more than 7 seconds for the, so I won't get copyrighted. Yeah. And they picked up on every single song. So, like, I wish YouTube didn't do all that.
Right. I just wish they would just give us the opportunity, just at least give us 10 seconds,
Yeah, like, dang, we understand that this is not my music. Like, I said that in the comments, and you still flagged me. Like, I don't get
it. So how is LA? Like, how is the LA, and how is, the industry out there? Like, is it hard finding a job as far as, COVID and
out here, child? Like, everything is virtual, and that makes everything 1,000 times harder. It's already been hard. You always got to be in people's faces. It's just better to just, in person is way better than virtual. Honestly, don't ask me about nothing virtual, because I'm on my academy every time, because I'm a very in-person type of person. Like, I'm a very up-close and personal type of person. So, like, I have have that type of feel, that type of energy to like really get your like, input. But I feel like
Oh, how is LA and how is the industry and is it hard
oh
finding, you know?
oh yeah. Overall, I feel like it's been very difficult in the industry here in LA to find a booking, a gig, or anything, because everything is really closed down still. Everything's still shut down. So really, you have to be doing it virtually, everything digitally, which everything 1,000 times harder.
Yeah.
But I'm still on my grind. I'm not giving up. Like, I'm still signed to my agency. I'm with the filming, still thinking of new creative ideas, and trying to get my voice and my aesthetic out and my brand out in this world, so people know who.
Yeah.
It's just been harder, but that doesn't mean it's possible.
Right. That's true. Yeah. What would you say to a person that wants to be a doll? Like, what advice would you give them?
Oh, somebody who wants to be a doll.
Right.
I would say be sure, because this is definitely a decision that will change your life, and you have to be mentally capable of and mentally strong enough to be able to just handle that pressure of just being able to adapt. And as a dancer, period, you just have to learn how to adapt. You have to be able to put on that poker face, and even though you're going through hard times, you're able to dance it out on that floor and just really give it to your all. Because I feel like if this isn't your dream, or like your motivation to be a doll, I feel like you should try out, because dolls is very, like I said, life consuming, and you have to be 100% sure. And I wouldn't say it's like all bad either. Like, of course, it's like you get to perform, and you get to be this amazing person, like, to everybody. But I feel like don't ever lose sight of yourself either as a person. Like, there's a reason why you made the team. It's because you were your most authentic you, and I feel like you should never change that. You should just only exemplify it and just create a whole different dimension to it. Like I said, like when it comes to confidence, like, find that inner piece of yourself that is like bring her out. Whatever her name is, Sasha, that Daddy Almay, it could be it could be anything. Just bring her out and just really like show for it,
Yeah. That's well, I want to thank you so much for being here. Oh my God, you did such a. You're welcome. You're welcome. And I'm going to support your channel at all times. I'm going to make sure I shout it out on here. Okay.
Yeah. Go subscribe to my channel. It's going to be Melody Almay TV. That is YALME. Okay. Go subscribe. Smash that notification bell so you can know when your girl posts, and you can join the May Baby family. And I love y'all. Thank y'all for having me. And I also want to tell you about my intensive for you guys.
Oh, yeah.
If you guys are in the Baton Rouge area, make sure you guys join my intensive. It's going to be, check my Instagram page and go ahead and click on that link in my bio and sign up if you guys want to take one-on-one privates with me. I'm literally only going to be in Baton Rouge for a week. So that whole entire week, I'm offering one-on-one privates. And that weekend, I'm doing a 3-hour intensive on Friday, and I'm doing a heels class on Saturday. So y'all up, because there's a cap because of this COVID situation. So make sure you guys secure your spots, and I can't wait to dance with y'all.
Period. All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Bye.
Bye.